Hello everyone and welcome back. All right, we're gonna be doing another review for Novel Mage. It's been a while, and then we're gonna do something for GenSpark. With the rocket thing. I do. I'm gonna live stream that on Streamlabs. If not, I can see maybe if I can try to do something with OBS because I'm trying to do something because for some of that Streamlabs isn't detecting my proper VS2 filters. Again, apart from that, yeah. So they're going to be reviewing Novel Mage. I haven't reviewed them in a while because there hasn't really been any updates. It's been kind of a little bit slower in that type of perspective. So we are going to be reviewing them and see what new type of stuff they have. Supposedly they have like a couple of other improvements for characters, and they have like a couple of other type of stuff with the AI writing. And then we're going to see if there's anything in the sense of a couple of other ones that I also want to review as well that I've been tempted to review. I've just been doing like other type of stuff in the sense of meetings and all that type of stuff. But there is like I said, I am excited to do a couple of other type of stuff. So let's see what we got. So we're gonna go to my novels. I'm not too sure if I have anything still. I do actually. This is the book that I'm writing. So I'm gonna see what else they have, because supposedly they added a couple of other type of stuff, so like chat and a couple of other things. So let's see what they got. Okay, so obviously this is just a structure. So I've already gone through all this type of stuff before in the last update that I did. But okay, so they got chat. So okay, interesting. So you can add a chat to this. So let's see what we got. Chat. So I'm just kind of curious. Okay, so let's say, for example, um, not, okay, not too sure. Just want to see how this works. I'm kind of curious. So I want to see about my main character, Michael. So we got that. So it looks like it has a bit of potential. Okay, so looking like this is I can't summarize, but supposedly it's getting a connection error for some reason. So that's interesting. So I think I would definitely fix that right away. But it looks interesting. Add agent. Let's see what this one is. So there's no results found apparently. Again, these are actually really good features. I just want to see if I can actually do something. And we got the same error message. Okay, so I would definitely I would fix that because I am mentioning Michael from the book. So that's something that we need to fix. The feature is good, but it doesn't seem like it's working. Okay, so we got that. We got a codex. So we got that. What else do we got? I'm not too sure what other features we have here. Parameters, log parameters, context type of stuff. Group chat, all that. Okay, so like, what else do we have? I think we have a little bit more features. I'm gonna go into like, see if I can actually go into my novel. So I guess for some reason it's not letting me. Exit. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's a work in progress. So let's look at show chapter outline. Okay, we got that. No outline is available. Got our little commands. I already did all that. See what we have in the AI. Okay, so we're gonna see into like the writer's voice, manage voices. So we were discussing this before. So you can like generate type of stuff and then enter example. So I want, so and then just put generate instructions. So we're just trying to see. So this has a good potentiality. So like, okay, and then it pretty much gave me the same error code. So I would fix all this because there's a lot of good potentiality, but like I just wanted to make it more Shakespeare-like, and after then it just gave me another error code. So there's that. So again, all these features seem cool. If they like, but it would be great if they can actually work. So we got the modes. You can so you can like do a plain mode, and you can add like another chapter right here. Okay, that's actually good. Then you can look at your matrix, your outline, and then your grid, which is not too bad. You can do a new act. You can do like planning tips over here. Prevents writers blocks from potholes. Okay, so looking like they're actually paying attention. 3-act structure, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Technically, I like to do the ending first and then the beginning, because it just like how I see it is that if you figure out your ending, you can actually then figure out the rest of the story. It's a little bit backwards, but a lot of it's like a low-key type of tip here, where a lot of writers sometimes they don't understand the beginning, so they do the ending, and then the beginning kind of starts to form. Then obviously hero's journey, like your usual type of stuff. Mine's more of a villain's journey. Same thing, but he's the villain. He has some like, it's kind of like Palpatine in a way. The guy has zero fucking redeemable aspects to make him. So it's one of those. He's gonna be the world's greatest book villain. Save the cap, opening image, just a tone, all that type of stuff. At the pyramid, and Hammond's story circle, all that type of stuff, except for scenes, and obviously with your character development. This is actually pretty good. So we're gonna go back to the writing, and then we are going to see what other type of things we have. We got the formatting, the heading, the navigation. You can export your book actually if you want. You can do like a PDF, a Word document. But again, I'm already writing it on Word, so like if I maybe want some extra structure, I might actually pop it in. And then you got like your type of stuff, and your AI. So you got your AI editing, so you can generate your content, expand, shorten it. You can rewrite your type of stuff, and all that. I'm trying, as I say, a lot of the stuff doesn't work. It has a good type of stuff, for some reason it's actually not really like generating anything. So like there's different models right here. You can look at all your models, and after you can see like what's free. The free models, obviously, which I think I'm using one of the free ones actually. I'm using the DeepSeek one. So we got all your free models, and then you got all your other ones. So like you got basic, your premium models, and all that type of stuff. But like it's so all that type of stuff. I'm using the DeepSeek one, so that's the one I'm using, the R528, which is the free one. So then you can like rewrite. So like said, for example, like rewrite. So obviously you would have no active document. What do you mean? So would I have to click on the document then? So how would I do it then? Like, see, this is like it's wow. Okay, I'm literally staring at it at the chapter. So what do you mean I don't have a fucking document? What are you talking about? Subheading. Let's say for example this heading this. Okay. I got all this. Export chat. We go back to home. Obviously, my novels is obviously going back to this. So the modes. You can export it. You got the plain mode. You got the read mode. Okay, so let's look at read mode. You can read it obviously as like, to review it to see if there's anything bad. You can like AI. Go back to that. I can't generate any content. Describe scene one. Oh, okay, there we go. Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm just gonna use the free one of the free ones. I know that DeepSeek V3 is good. They got the V3 0234. Okay, they're on 0234. Writer's voice found, which doesn't make any sense because I technically put that in, but okay. You can rewrite your content, obviously. Even though I do have the active type of stuff. A writer's voice, I tried making one and it didn't do shit. But there you go. You can do that. Again, I think the UI, I think it's really, really good, like all these types of features, but like, I think it needs to be a little bit sleeker and a little bit easier to understand because it's like, for example, like, I like it, but the problem with me is that like, okay, for example, scene one, all that type of stuff, I generate content and then it should take me to it. Or like I hit like rewrite, this is, what do you mean there's no document active? I'm literally looking at the document. So it should just literally just, okay, this guy's looking here at chapter one. Boom. How do you want to rewrite it? Boom. And then right there with manage voices, it should be right there. Like it should like create new, my voices you can generate, but like wouldn't it be smarter in the sense of generate, then to instead of hitting and create new voice, it just generates the voice automatically, and then you have your voice. And then when you hit to my voices, then you can select like here's the one I want to use, and then by doing that, when I hit writer's voice or like manage my voices, then I can use that. And then like you have to expand. I think the feature should be a lot easier to do. Like more of a, how I see it is how I'm writing it is I'm writing it obviously on Word, but like the ribbon, like kind of like that type of layout where everything is already put, and then when you just click on it, boom, the ribbon goes into it, boom, generate your content, done. You need any other extensions? Done. Need to fix up your grammar? Done. It's like you don't have to be going through a lot of stuff or have to be double clicking and then going through like 10 different other spaces just to get to one simple solution. You just click on it, boom, it's done. And then with the AI, the same thing with the AI feature. How I see it is that the editing and everything, and obviously with your modes, this is a lot easier for which I do like, but in the sense, like I said, in the sense of generate content, manage voices, all that type of stuff, it should be easier to use due to the fact of like, if you made your mode simple and it's easy to do plain mode, export novel, all that type of stuff. Why aren't you like making it the AI simple? Why aren't you making the codex or the chat a little bit simple? That's how I see it, because like you've already done a good job on one section. Why don't you just copy that method onto the other one? Yes, is it a lot more advanced? Could could this probably replace Word and a lot of other features? Yeah, absolutely. But if it's done right, there's a reason why Word and a lot of these and even like Quillbot or Grammarly or any of these high-end type of, okay, it's an AI, yes, Quillbot and all that type of stuff, and Copilot to a certain degree, but there's a reason why it is very high-end and why lots of people still use it today, because the formula was keep it simple but expand on it. Like, don't overcomplicate it too much, but have it to the sense where it can do stuff, but at the same time, the AI is smart enough to pick up and detect on those features and then expand. But let's say for example, maybe I'm trying to hit subheading, nothing's working. I'm trying to hit heading, nothing's working. Italic, can't even do that. Comment, can't even do that because it's not even detecting the document. Bold, okay, the find and replace is good, but for the most part, how are you going to do it? But yeah, for example, into your modes, plain mode works. Back to writing. Focus mode. Boom, one click. That's how it should be. It was generated content and everything. Look how simple this is. Look. Look how simple this is. Editing act. You can even edit your acts and why? I don't want. Sometimes I do wonder about these things, on how people do their type of things and how they structure everything, and it's just these are the questions that I ask myself. Go back to home. And then you go into your modes. You exit focus mode, just like that. But why is this so easy to structure, but yet in the chat and the codex, I can't pull up my character, I can't get a summary, I can't do this. Or I go into the AI mode and I can't generate the content, I can't shorten, I can't rewrite, I can't. So again, all these good features are very, very advanced, but they just need to be simplified to the point of how Copilot is, Word, it works, you click on it, boom. And and yeah, obviously, as you update Word, as you update all this type of stuff, as you update, now it's 365. But the whole point is that with the Copilot, now it's also, Cortana, I still call it Cortana, to a certain degree. But it's all integrated, and it should just be just one central hub. And that's how this should be as well. Just one simple hub, and that's it. Does it have a lot of potential? Absolutely. But should it be just a simple click and with all the other type of stuff? Yes. So again, the framework and the groundwork is there. It's just make the other type of stuff. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. The foundation's already there. And since the foundation's already there, why don't you just as they say, you build upon the other foundation? You're not, I understand that obviously you want to be a little bit different a lot, and all that type of stuff. But as I say, there's still a reason why Word and all these places are still being used a lot, because no one's actually made something a lot better to challenge them. So it's still the number one choice for writers and authors and all these types of people. Obviously, yeah, AI is now replacing a lot of type of stuff with Copilot integration and obviously all that type of stuff. But even still, it's still Word, so it's still Office, it's still all that type of stuff. So and it's still Quillbot, it's still Copilot, as I mentioned, that Grammarly and all this type of stuff. Why? Because they picked up the niche, they understand how the writing market works, and they're not trying to over complicate anything. They're just trying to keep it simple, keep it working, And yeah, they want to add advanced features, but they don't make it so advanced that obviously the audience doesn't understand. Like I understand that obviously yes, this is the future and all that type of stuff, but most people just want to get their stuff done so they can like publish it, or maybe they want like maybe they're stuck on a chapter or something along those lines, and they just I don't know, maybe you just can't format anything, and they're just like, you know what, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I've been staring at this page for 2 weeks now, and I still don't have anything. You know what? I'm gonna rewrite it. Boom. Simple click. Boom. Rewrites it. Okay. You know what? I still don't like it. Okay. Maybe or maybe it's too long. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shorten it. Boom. Simple click. It shortens it. Or you know what? Still not working out. Maybe I'm gonna do some generative content. And then by doing that, and then right away, it just goes into the writer's voice or anything like that. You know what? I want it a little bit more like Shakespeare. I want it a little bit more Marcus Aurelius or someone like, boom, done. Simple. Just one simple click, it's done. Cool. Okay, you know what, actually? This actually looks really good. You know what? I'm going to go on to my next chapter. Or maybe I'm on my last chapter. I just don't know how to finish it up. Boom. It's finished up. Simple. It's clean. And that's it. You know what? Great. Now I'm ready to publish it. Boom. I'm just going to publish it on like the AWS books or something like that. And then there you go. Boom. Simple. Clean and effective. And that's how it should be. Like, does this have a lot of great features? Does it have a lot of advanced features? Absolutely. Do they need to maybe simplify it so we can have a little bit, maybe less error codes and like the functionality, and it can just go directly into the function? Yes. But apart from that, like every time I review this, it feels like it gets better and better. And yeah, obviously there's different versions, but how I'm looking at it is that I know you have all these models like DeepSeek and all that type of stuff, and then you have all these types of things. But like my point is, and now you want to do voices, but it's kind of contradictory to a certain degree, because wouldn't you just put the model itself in the voice, and then by doing this is William Shakespeare style, so it might be a little bit more different, but it's going to be more of a higher model, maybe a Sonnet model or a DeepSeek model or something along those lines. Obviously, DeepSeek is obviously free because obviously they're open and they don't have to have no paywall. Or maybe it's going to be a Marcus Aurelius thing, so it's going to be like a GPT style, and then you just already have the model built into the voice, and then you just click that, and then you get what you want, or another one, an all-in-one, and then by doing that, it can rewrite it to a Marcus Aurelius style or something along those lines with the generative content. But instead of having so many things to go through, you can just have one unified, simple type of thing, and then there you go. You got your edit, and you got this. Yes, you might, but I understand the whole point of it. But simple is more effective, because now with AI, that's the whole point. It's to simplify the task. It's to simplify everything. It's just like one-stop shop. I click on this, boom. But again, I am seeing the outline. I am seeing the layout, and I do like the vision and the idea of how they want to move forward. But sometimes overcomplication is too much, because then maybe the writer maybe gets confused, or maybe it takes too much time, and then they just go back to Word. But the whole point is to get rid of that, so they can now obviously do that. And so you won't have to go to Word. You can just get everything done. One-stop shop. You're good, and they're not overcomplicating it. And then by doing that, you leave Word, and then you go into something like this. But again, it has a lot of good features. I do like it, but I would just have to say maybe simplify it a little bit better, and just have better organization, simpler. I wouldn't say a cleaner UI. Better navigation, and obviously when you click on stuff, it can actually generate it, or won't be any bugs or something like that. And by doing that, and then if you rewrites it, shortens, but have that already within the voices, and then with the model, this model, and all that, and then it can just generate that when you click the voice, or we write it in that type of style, instead of as I say, clicking in this and then 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 20 minutes later. But again, that's just how I see it, because obviously that's what ChatGPT is doing, and I'll write me this in this type of style, which I've already done, and then it writes it in that would be like a writer's voice, and then it writes it in that style. I don't have to go and like take the editing, hit the voices, like I want this style. Okay, no problem, done, boom. Or I go into DeepSeek, I want this type of format, I want a format, boom, no problem, done, because it's already embedded already there. It doesn't have to go into the menu like, no, he wants it like this, so I'm going to generate it exactly like this. So I think like that is the way it should be done. And I know that with the open router and the API keys, but wouldn't it just be simple just to integrate all that already, like DeepSeek, like ChatGPT, and then you can just have like maybe an account, or not even an account, but just like have that type of stuff. Or yeah, you can just sign in with your account, with your Google account or whatever, and then it's already laid out for you, instead of clicking on this and then clicking on this. Like it's already there. It's ChatGPT has the style, and then it understands. Boom, I'll write like this. Boom, I'll restructure like this. Done. No second account, no this, no that. It's done. And this is what you want, no problem. And then by doing that, then Word kind of feels outdated in the Copilot type of scenario, and then there you go. Then you get more writers. It's more simple. It's more effective. It's a lot more high end. But that's how I see it. I do like the advanced features, but I just just simplify it a little bit better and just have it a little bit more neatly neatly put together, instead of having it a little bit kind of scattered. But yeah, that is pretty much my review, another re-review of them. I do like the way that it's going, but it just make it cleaner, make it sleeker, and just make it more compartmentalized, kind of like GPT, and kind of simplify it a little bit better, so it can just understand. Like I understand what they're trying to do, but you just type in GPT or DeepSeek or anything, and then it just gives you that type of style, because it's smart enough to understand that they know who William Shakespeare is, they know who Marcus Aurelius is, they know who all these people are, and it just gives you there. So it can be like that in that type of perspective, that same type of way. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, Mr. Z signing out.